going to hang on to my old crappy iPhone 4S. Talk about being out of the loop. Because we have some live streamers that are going to ask some questions, I think, about the new iPad mini, the new iPad, and the new iPhone.
There's just, you got to get everything new every couple of months now in the world of Apple. Akash Sablok is joining us now to tell us more about what is new. How are you?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Hi, Akash. We have our first question about the new iPad. How many organs must I sell to buy one of those? That comes from
Are they the same price?
You got to count. You got to count.
Yeah. Nothing vital. Just maybe one kidney.
Yeah, you got two of them, so you're fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And your pancreas, because who uses that anyway? It doesn't really matter.
Gallbladder's gone.
But are they the same price as the former models?
Yes, they are. So the new iPad 4, this is fourth generation. This is. I'm just going to show it to you here. This is the 3. I've got it in the boot case here. Turn around. This is actually one of my favorite cases.
Yeah, I quite like this case actually.
The notepad here. So this is the iPad 3. I'm going to bring over here the iPad 4. This is the 4th generation.
And you can see a massive... Oh, no, there's no...
So what is the difference between the 3 and the 4?
So the difference is the internals. The externals is identical. The internals, so it's got a dual core processor, so it's twice the speed, the processing speed. The graphics card now is twice the speed as well. So games, video, everything is twice as fast. And they've done all that horsepower upgrade with same battery life, 10-hour battery life. The pricing is the same now, so it's identical. It starts at $499, $599, and $699. It does have the Lightning port connector at the bottom now.
Okay, let's talk about the Lightning port connectors, because this has made people kind of angry because you have all your previous accessories, and Apple was always very good at making them all compatible. Because they changed the size of it.
No, I mean, why did they do it?
Well, hey, look, you know, we used to be apes, right? We evolved, and this is the same sort of thing. After 9 years, you've gone from a 30-pin now to a 9-pin. It's evolution.
And I have to say the 30-pin kind of sucks because A, they break.
Yes.
And B, they fall out quite a bit.
Single direction, so you have to figure out, you always put it in the wrong way, right? So this, I mean, it's just, it goes in, it's nice and easy. Yeah, I've got, this is what the actual connector looks like at the bottom, if you can see it there.
So it's not going to break as frequently? You can plug it in either way?
Either way.
Any other differences?
Swings both ways.
It's got a smart chip in there, so it knows exactly when to charge, how to charge, so it's got a lot of power-saving features, and there'll be more adaptability and more features that you will have later on as time goes by. And look at these adapters here, and this is just an example of it. That's a USB adapter, so you hook up any digital camera that you have or camcorder. The one in your hand there, Fiona, is the smart card adapter. I'll just turn this one around here. So you get your smart card, or you see a card for your digital camera.
Now, they don't have a USB adapter. Do they have a USB adapter for the old plug system?
They do, they do. But the nice thing about this is you can actually use this as a viewfinder for your digital camera. So you could hold your iPad like this and take your camera around like this and take a shot. Yeah, it's very cool.
That's next level weird, though. I mean,
okay, so what about the weight of this one? Is it the same as well?
The weight is identical as the last one. So physically, the dimensions are pretty much the same, and the weight is everything is the same. Pricing, like I said, is the same, but double the speed processor.
That's what's never caught on for me, is using it as a reader because it's too heavy and awkward to hold.
Well, Fiona, so the iPad mini might just be what you're looking for.
I know. So let's talk about that, because I'm pretty happy with what iPad do we have? Do we have the 3?
No, we have the 2.
Yeah, and I've never upgraded.
Ours doesn't have the retinal. What do they call it? The retinal.
The Retina display.
Retina display. Ours does not have that. We are Luddites.
So this is the mini. Tell us. Okay, you know what? Once you have an iPhone, a mini, and an iPad.
Small, medium, large.
Small, medium, large.
Small, medium, large.
The mini is quite literally just a miniature version of.
Or a larger phone. Hello.
But it doesn't work as a phone.
A little bit of ghetto stuff. This is a condensed version of the iPad, so it runs all the iPad applications. So you have 270,000 applications that are designed specifically for the iPad, and they run native on this. So this is a 1024 by 768 HD. It's got a 1.2 megapixel 720p HD camera for FaceTime, which is fantastic.
That's amazing.
It's incredible, and that's actually what the iPad 4 has as well. 5 megapixel camera on the other side. So you know, I don't carry my camcorder or my digital camera anymore. You can use one of these.
I've never taken pictures with my iPad. I think with this
is the difference between our iPad and like the iPad 2. Crappy camera. It was the first one with the front-facing camera as well, so that's not all that great either.
Yes.
So you look terrible on FaceTime.
But now on this, it's much better. So what you've got is all the apps that run on the iPad native will run native on this as well. Price $329 starts at. So You got
$329.
$329. It's half the weight of the iPad 4.
Now, for reading, have you tried iBooks or anything on it yet?
I've tried reading books on both, you know, alternating over. I mean, it's only been out since last Friday, and but fantastic. It's nice and easy. It's nice and light. It's actually thinner if you do it side by side, thinner than the iPhone 5.
Look at how much better the camera is on these, with the Retina display and the HD and everything. Okay, we had a question. Why should someone buy, this is from John Smith, why would I buy an iPad mini instead of a Google Nexus 7?
You know, and
Akash is not an iPad or an Apple salesman,
He's not affiliated
so he
with
can
them,
actually answer this.
I tell you, that is a fantastic question. I'm asked that a lot. Now, it really comes down to personal choice. So what sort of ecosystem are you familiar with? What ecosystem are you comfortable with?
Whether it's an Android
or the Kindle or the iOS. And it really depends on what type of phone you have and what you're using. And personally, it really comes down personally what you choose. Now, the Nexus 7 is a fantastic tablet. There is a 10-inch version that's coming out. The 10.1-inch version is a little bit cheaper. But again, the amount of apps and the amount of features that are available really depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. So you like them both, but it's just personal choice.
I like them both. It's just whatever ecosystem that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And both have fantastic apps on them. One has a little bit more. Android has caught up now. They've got about 700,000 apps as well on their store.
That's the thing. People just get invested in whatever brand they're with. But it really, like, I'm a bit of a freelancer, even though everything's Apple right now. If someone comes along with something better, I'm there, baby.
Yeah, and you know, and this is what it is. It really comes down to personal choice. You can't say one is better than the other. It really comes down to what you feel comfortable using, and it's like buying a car. Test drive it. Hang out at the store, use it for a little while, because this is something that you're going to be living with day in, day out. And you want to be able to feel comfortable with charging it and switching to the apps. And you know, if you have 3 or 4 core apps, like if, you know, email is important to you, browsing is important to you, make sure you test those apps thoroughly.
And the iPhone 5, how are you enjoying it? Does it make a difference?
So bigger, longer, stronger, faster?
Yeah, lighter. There you go.
That's the difference. So mine's a 4S, and you can see our live stream on there as well.
Does half an inch make a difference, Akash?
It's a difference between ooh and ah.
Yes. So, no, I'll tell you where it makes a difference is when you start using the 5 and you use it on a regular basis and you go back to a 4, then you realize how big the screen is. Using the 5 from the 4, you don't realize it, but when you go back, then you say, okay, well, wait a second.
Clunky?
Yes, it feels a little clunky and it feels a little bit small. And that's all prime real estate right there. You've got a fantastic view of everything that's there. It's thinner. It is lighter.
And I like the fact that they've taken off the glass off the back, because I'm a klutz and I've broken my phone so many times, and it's now metal on the back portion.
Yes, exactly. So I've got the Rockpack case on here. Actually, just going to
say, Fiona Forbes needs this case. She has broken. How many cases have you broken?
I haven't broken the cases. I break the phones.
Okay, no, but you've broken a couple of cases.
Well, hopefully you break the case first before it reaches to the phone. So we can take that off here. It's really easy to take this off here. But the phone itself has gotten.
How many cases do you have on that bad boy?
There's one.
It's a multi-phase case.
Yeah, it doesn't
super easy to get it off.
Well, Akash, we are out of time, so we'll have to get back to you on that one. If you want to find out more, by the way, you can go to Akash's website. And thank you for your questions on the live stream today.
Yes, and to John Smith, who had one other question: what happened to human interaction? John, I find it slightly ironic that you asked me that question on live stream.
Here, John, let me get right back to you.
We're going to take a break and come back with more right after this. Stick around.
So you do like it then? Oh, is this the one that has the water in it?
No.